Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first steps.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Running with Howard. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Maurice Alexander making the stop defensively.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Out of the gun, Goff. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. On 1st down, Goff. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Eddie Goldman in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level. It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They pitch out to Howard. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. There to make the tackle, Samson Ebukam.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leonard Floyd. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would...
And it'll be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
This is fielded at the 7. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit. But not go.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Aaron Donald able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jacobs. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. First connection there of the afternoon for those 2, and it's good for a 1st down. On 1st down, they run with Howard. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. The Bears on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Trubisky will throw. Finding Gabriel, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Trubisky now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Second and 10. It's Trubisky again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for the tight end, Adam Shaheen, that time. And that'll make it 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Looking to throw again, Trubisky. And an alley to run. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. To play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Goff on 1st down. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A huge play that time for the Rams. 55 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Now a 1st down throw. Goff. It's caught left side by Cooks. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a 1st down.
On first down, it's Gurley. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to slip through.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Zerline's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never gotten a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a...
Now Trubisky lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And now here's another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now Goff on first down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. To throw on second down is Goff. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains. Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Zuerlein's kick is an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. This will be fielded at the 6. Now a hit and a loose football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
As that ball got away from him and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
He's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On second down, here's Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Goff on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Eddie Goldman in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. 2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Out of the gun, Trubisky. That escapes the sack. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Bruce Irvin in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Eddie Goldman in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Gurley. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Again they run with Gurley. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st down, Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him. So I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Trubisky to Gabriel there for a Bears 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Trubisky now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up second down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Taylor Gabriel with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point. He adds the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a Turkey Bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
On the counter, Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Rams on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Just beating the play clock is Goff. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the third quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Gurley, handoff left. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Back to the air. Goff on second down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll lead here to a third down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They come out here in the eye. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Rams have taken the lead here in the fourth. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On second down, Trubisky. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On third down, this is Howard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And that'll bring up second down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he fights through one man. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now they'll pitch it back to Gurley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now Gurley. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
A road win in the National Football